everyone, welcome back to my kitchen. My name is Mindy Banks. I'm the Flip Flop Chef, and today I'm going to show you how to make homemade dog food if you have a pup at home that you love as much as we love ours. So our dog Piper, she has decided recently that she really doesn't like store-bought food, and so our sweet friend Lynn, who dog sits for us when we are out of town, offered to teach me how to make food for our dog. And so this is new for me, but I know there are others out there who are already making their own dog food. I would love to hear what you're feeding your pups if you're cooking for them, and share your ideas with me too. So if you're new to my channel, please hit subscribe while you're here, click the bell so that you know anytime I add a new video, and also go to theflipflopchef.com. Join my recipe community. You'll have access to thousands more recipes, mostly for people, not dogs. And I also have a weekly giveaway there that you can check out. On every Friday, I have a Flip Flop Friday giveaway. It's super easy to enter and there's no strings attached. So let's go ahead and get started. So I've got some of this already made, so I can show you the finished product because I'm going to be using our deluxe multi-cooker, which is a pressure cooker. So if you have a pressure cooker at home, doesn't matter what brand it is, you're going to be able to make your dog food in it that way too. Now I know there's all kinds of ways. You can boil the chicken, you can roast the potatoes that I'm going to be using, but you can put everything in the pressure cooker and it's really hands off, super quick, super easy, and it doesn't take a lot of time on your, that takes a lot of time out of your day. It's very hands off. So when you're serving your dog the food, make sure it's not too hot. So if you make it ahead, refrigerate it. You can make about 5 days at a time. You don't want to make more than that unless you're freezing it. So that it stays fresh, just like if you were making something for yourself. And you want to make sure that you serve it in a glass bowl or a bowl that is microwave safe so that you can transfer the food into the bowl and heat it up. So we're doing 1 cup of chicken, a half a cup of potatoes, and a half a cup of broccoli right now. And we're heating that up for about a minute just to take the chill off. You don't want it too hot. And you don't want it to be cold. And so you're going to be able to check out your microwave, see what the best time for what you're serving is going to be, but that's what we're doing right now for our dog. And so this is a microwave safe dog bowl. It's actually from Ray Dunn, so it makes it really easy. We already had that, and so it's microwave safe, which I love, and it's dishwasher safe. So let's go ahead and get started. We're going to use Pampered Chef's Deluxe Multi-Cooker to cook this on a pressure cooker setting. We're going to use the poultry setting for just 20 minutes. So super quick and easy. I've already got most of this ready to go. I'm going to be using chicken thighs. Now, if they have bones in them, you want to make sure that you discard the bones and don't feed the cooked bones to your dog. And so you don't want any of those bones to get stuck in their intestinal tract. So make sure that you are taking out any of those bones. So we're going to add these to our quick cooker, our deluxe multi-cooker. I'm still retraining my brain. Pampered Chef's earlier version of our pressure cooker was called a quick cooker. So if you have a quick cooker, you can certainly make this recipe in there as well. Then we're going to add some water. So you do need some kind of a liquid. We're not seasoning this up with salt and pepper or anything like we would if we were serving this for ourselves. But you're going to add your water into the pot because you have to have something that's going to produce steam to cook this food. So about a cup or so, at least a cup. You can put a little bit more, a little bit less. And today I'm going to make purple sweet potatoes. I bought both regular sweet potatoes and the organic purple because the organic purple ones were on sale, and I probably should have just got all purple because they actually ended up being, I got more for less money, but it was really late when I went to the grocery store and I was like, well, this is what we're getting, so we're ready to go. I just rinsed these off. I left the skins on. I'm going to add, let's see if I probably can get both of these in there. So we're going to take our knife and I'm just going to cut these like into wheels or circles and pop them on top of the chicken. And when you're done, you're going to have some really great chicken broth. Let me wash my hands. And the purple potatoes, I don't know if I'll buy them again unless they're on sale. They definitely will stain. I've already learned that. Okay, so without our water, we need to add our lid. So I love that we have this lid rest. So if you're right or left-handed, depending on which side is more comfortable, you can rest the lid on here while you're prepping or while you're serving. And then if it's after you've cooked, then that condensation doesn't drip down all over your countertop. You're able to keep it right here. So we're going to put the lid on. I always have a hard time doing this backwards because I'm not facing it. We're going to turn this to the poultry setting. I'm going to press the wheel, just press and release to change the time. Then I can just turn, adjust this to 20 minutes, and then press and hold. Press and hold till it beeps. When it beeps, it's going to start heating up that water. And it says run, has a little progress wheel to kind of show you your progress as it is heating up. As it heats up, it is going to build up pressure inside this little red pin on the back is gonna pop up and let you know it's pressurized, and then shortly after that, it's gonna start counting down from the 20 minutes. It can take, the more full the pot, the longer it takes to pressurize. So if you're making a soup or something, it has tons of water, tons of food in there, it's gonna take a long time to pressurize. Once it pressurizes, it's gonna start counting down. So until it gets to that point, it's just gonna say run. So don't panic, just be patient. The pressurizing time is like kind of watching a pot boil. Watch pot never boils, so don't watch your multi-cooker while it's pressurizing, okay? And once it pressurizes, it'll start counting down. When the time is up for this recipe, you can just release the steam. You're gonna press the X button over here and then press the steam release. The steam comes out here, so I'm gonna make sure I'm not standing right here when I do that. I'll just rotate this around. If you want to know more about the deluxe multi-cooker, I have several other videos and a whole playlist of videos on my channel here that show you all kinds of other recipes for both the multi-cooker and the quick cooker. So another thing that we're serving our dog is broccoli, and I'm using frozen broccoli just because that's easy. It doesn't take up space in my refrigerator before I cook it. And so I've just got some broccoli in here. I'm gonna put a little bit of water in here. You don't need a ton. You just want to have enough to steam this. And I'm going to put this in the microwave for 5 minutes. So hang tight. Let me pop this in. Okay, so 5 minutes to cook the broccoli. And when all of this is done, you can store it in the refrigerator and feed this to your dog however many times a day is appropriate for your dog. So for us, our dog, she's 63 pounds. So we're doing 1 cup of chicken, half a cup of broccoli, half a cup of potatoes in the morning, and we're doing that again in the evening, and then giving her a snack in the middle of the day, either goat cheese or a little bit of chicken as a snack. So let me show you. I've got this all stored. I made all of this last night, and it wouldn't all fit in the pressure cooker, so I'm making this in 2 different batches, but this should be enough for the 5 days. So I had some leftover chicken breasts. So we had chicken breasts originally, but I did get some chicken thighs. And so once these are cooked, I recommend peeling them off the bones before they get completely cold, just because it's easier. You have to wait for it to cool off enough for you to actually handle them. But you want to just peel the meat off and then discard the bone. And then try to feel around and make sure you don't have any little bones that could harm them if they were to swallow that. So the skin is okay, and there's a little bit of fat in your chicken thighs, and so some dogs are going to need some fat. So depending on if your dog needs that extra fat or not. I am not the expert on dog food making. This is new to me, so I am learning along the way, and just so thankful I have somebody to guide me. So I would love to hear from you guys. What are you making your pets? How can I do that as well? And maybe this will give you some ideas on how you can do what you're already doing in a pressure cooker. So we have our chicken, and these are our leak-proof storage containers, and I love them because they're super easy to store in the refrigerator, and the rectangle and square shapes make it easy to fit more in my refrigerator now that I'm storing dog food in there as well as the food we eat here. And these are sweet potatoes, and it is okay for your dog to eat the skin of the potatoes as long as it is cooked. So here's our sweet potatoes. When I warm these up, I just kind of press them with a fork, make it easier, even though she would probably have no issue at all chomping that up. And then here is the broccoli that I steamed last night. And so we have food, after I make this, we're gonna have food for at least the next 5 days, maybe a little bit more. And if you get to the place where the food is not gonna be safe to eat, just put it in the freezer and then defrost it as you need it. So if you wanted to make this ahead of time, freeze it, defrost it, and then rewarm it in the microwave. And then I just poured off all of the broth, and you'll see that the fat separated here. And this is so that if I need to make the food a little bit more wet, then it is all ready. So if I put it all together, I'm like, it needs a little bit more, just put a little bit of that in there, and then it will wetten the food just a little bit more. So it's super easy to make dog food for your dogs. I was really surprised at how easy this was gonna be. It's not gonna take that much time for me to do it. It just takes a little bit of planning, more so than buying a bag of dry dog food or some canned food, right? So I can't wait to hear from you guys. Let me know what you're making for your dogs. Give me some new ideas that I can share with Piper. I know she will appreciate it. She's hanging out over here. And just wait till you see some of the selfies that I tried to take with the dog. It's not easy to take selfies with the dog. And I'm a one-man show, so I'm here by myself, so I didn't have anybody to help me out. So hopefully you guys will get a kick out of that. Don't forget to subscribe to my channel while you're here, and also go to theflipflopchef.com. Be sure to click the button at the top of the page to join our recipe community, where you're going to find thousands of recipes. I'll even share this one there, and a weekly giveaway every single Friday. So I look forward to seeing you next time, but that's all I have for you today. Take care.